Hello everybody and welcome to Mr. Bowen's All-Stars. If you are new to my channel, please make sure to like and subscribe. I am going on my 15th year of teaching elementary school, and I am once again going to be teaching kindergarten. For the first time ever in quite a few years, I am actually able to stay in the same building, in the same classroom. So I'm really excited to do this classroom setup series from a standpoint where I'm not starting at the very beginning. I am actually starting with my classroom almost ready to go, aside from getting it, moving the furniture back to where it's supposed to be after they've done the floors, and do some fine tuning and really just start this year out with a positive note. Right now, I have already been in my building. We got updated curriculum, so I just got all the boxes of the curriculum, of the new updated curriculum. You didn't need to see that. So I am going to be working on changing that, moving the old curriculum out of storage in these cabinets and putting the new curriculum in, and kind of just doing the back to school teacher stare and kind of look at what it is I need to do to get myself ready for another great year. So taking a look here at the classroom, this is what it looks like after I've been away for a few months, and they redid the floors and then moved the furniture pretty much back in the way that I had mapped it out. At the end of this last year, they asked us to draw out a map of our classroom, and they put everything back pretty much where it's supposed to go. These tables, of course, are really close together, so I'm going to spread those out. And I have got some new play items because I'm really making it a point this year to bring back play into the classroom, and that is going to be a very big focus. So I got a kitchen with lots of food items and fake money, and I got a dollhouse for more creative dramatic play and creative play. So I'm going to try to figure out where those things go, maybe today, and just try to get furniture back into its right spot. But the very first thing that I need to tackle is this curriculum. So let's get at it. All right, so there is all the old curriculum that I could find that has been taken from over here and reboxed over here. It's not perfect the way that it's organized, but here's all of my new curriculum, instructional cards, decodable library. The first one, figured I'd put it right here. Got some other small group stuff and read alouds that I have up here. And then in this cabinet, I have packed in the new workbooks here. And then down here is science and some leftover math. And, tight squeeze here. But then in this cabinet is the phonics workbooks, decodable library, and then my leftover math manipulatives up here, which I plan on getting a bunch of plastic bins and rearranging those at a different time. So now the plan is to really start focusing in on just the furniture layout, because everything else, all of my decor and everything, is still, as you can see, up for the most part, and I don't have to worry about that. So I just really want to kind of get the room laid out, because I have the new play stuff. I have the new dramatic play stuff, and I just want to kind of figure out where furniture is going to be, so that way when I do come back on the other days, I can really start setting out my centers, because I plan on doing a more center-based layout this year. I've done it in previous years, but this was before, COVID happened, and we just all the changes in districts and everything. But really this year, I'm going to go back to that big push of making sure that I have play in my classroom. The very nice thing about being able to return to the same building and, of course, the same district — this is my third year in this district, and I'm planning on staying here for the long haul — is that I was able to keep much of what I wanted up. I covered the bulletin boards. I was able to get permission from my principal to just leave up the bulletin boards and cover them with butcher paper. And you didn't see me take down the butcher paper before I even started filming, but my bulletin boards are pretty much the same as they were before. This is my general information bulletin board about basic classroom procedures. I will have like our schedule for lunch on this bulletin board, as well as our just overall classroom schedule that I send out to families. This is my ELA board, and I put like the mini anchor charts of the skills that we use the most throughout the year. So I'm going to have these up throughout the year, and sometimes I'll change them. I'll take some off and put some on based on whatever it is we're teaching. I'll have the instructional cards up here for whatever letter or sound that we're working on, as well as the vocabulary. And if we were doing a big anchor chart, I will put this here as well. So this is my ELA board. Over here is the calendar again. The heat has kind of curled some of those cards, so I think I might want to laminate the cards so they can flatten out a little bit. I did not laminate this calendar last year, which I think maybe I should have done that. So I might do that. And then over here is my math bulletin board. I don't really love that this bulletin board is here right in the corner behind the easel. I'm trying to figure out the best way to utilize this math bulletin board. I was thinking maybe like changing these, like flipping, having the math bulletin board here and the calendar here. Not that calendar, of course, is important, and the math routines are important, but I only use the calendar like once a day, and I'm using the math bulletin board. I'd rather use the math bulletin board more. I don't know. I'll think about that, maybe change that up, or I'll just leave it. Because I got a lot of other things that I want to figure out. So anyway, just kind of giving you a quick layout of the classroom. Everything's pretty much the same over here. My birthday, the birthday display is going to be over here. I'm not really going to show you too much over here because there's still old kids' names on it, but there's a workshop board over there, which has like the rotations for our ELA time, our 90-minute block during our station rotation time. So that's still the same. And then over here is the classroom jobs, and over here will be the math area for my centers that I'm going to be doing this year. So, and then, and the classroom library is going to be over here. So everything is pretty much the same. Small group, my teacher desk is right here. So I'm going to start getting this layout figured out, because I'm going to spread out these tables, going to figure out what I'm doing there with the dramatic play, because I don't want that bookshelf the way that it is right now. I think I'll probably flip this. Maybe I'll have the shelf here with the student book bins. I'm supposed to be getting a 20 cube shelf, but it is yet to arrive. So this is going to be a placeholder. Wherever this goes is going to be a placeholder for the cube shelf. But I'm going to start figuring out this layout, because it's getting already to lunchtime and I'm getting hungry. We are already done with day one classroom setup, and it is a completely different vibe from years past, having to open up a classroom starting from scratch, moving in all the furniture, rearranging everything, unpacking everything, putting up all the decor. This has been my first year in a very long time, that I have been able to start a new school year from the same classroom that I was in the previous year. So I'm going to turn you around and kind of explain and show you what has been done. When you like compare from the beginning to now, it really does not look like a lot, just because the classroom for the most part was already pretty much set up, and I did that intentionally because I knew that beginning of the school year me, which is now, was going to be very grateful for doing some of the things that I did in order to make classroom setup easier for me this time around. So I'm gonna walk you around the room and show you what has been done and kind of share with you the process that I did to make it so much easier for me to set things up. So here is the door to my classroom. Coming in from the door, I'm just gonna pan you around and give you kind of a good idea of what it looks like. It really does not look look a whole lot different. Minor adjustments to the tables here and there. The biggest things that I did was kind of figure out this area. Like I said, I'm supposed to get a cube shelf, a 20 cube shelf. So this might be moved down just a little bit because this might be bigger. And hopefully that will work out for what I want to do this year, instead of just leaving these sort of free ranging where things can get messy and fall down and everything else. But I'm just using this right here as a placeholder for right now. Oh, there's quite the thunderstorm going on. I put my mailboxes back here again, and down here are just random puzzles and games that I have the kids have available for the students during our free choice centers. And this is what I was talking about with making setup much easier. What I did was I stored everything in the bins as they were on the last day of school. So, of course, I'm going to go through these crayons. I'm going to restock it with fresh crayons, sharpened crayons, and everything else. Got a few packs of crayons here. But everything that I did, I just took each bin just as it was, and I put it either in a shelf right there or in a cupboard right here. And I just made sure I labeled what everything was. And all I had to do was open up a cupboard, grab the bins, put them back out as they were before. And look, my writing center is functional. Like if I were to have kids come in tomorrow, this would be ready to go. It's not perfect. There's, like I said, I need to go through the crayons. I need to make sure pencils are sharpened and everything else. But it would be pretty much be ready to go. Looking over here, so I took out that extra desk. I always like having an extra sort of seating spot for students that just need extra space, not as like a punishment, but for students that just do need that extra space to move, kind of their own work area. I moved that out. I'm thinking that is going to probably be over here at this at my Paris table. So that's going to be over there, and I took that extra desk out. And here is the kitchen that I got from a colleague. I've got plans to utilize all of these extra spaces, these different areas for the classroom. I have a system that I've used in the past that I will prepare for one of the next classroom setup videos. I am not ready to do that right now, but I like where this is placed right here. I know there's sometimes a big issue with putting things in front of the AC unit, but it's not really covering it that much, and I think this should be okay as long as the whole area is not being completely covered. So I set up this I put this kitchen right here so kids can play from either side, and there's still plenty of space for if I'm having like some students, if I'm testing any students right here, or if I'm doing any small group. It's far enough away from this table. I put all the chairs down to kind of space out and see how much space did I need between the tables. Could I walk through them? And I feel pretty good about what I came up with. This is just some extra boxes and curriculum that I'm going to move off this table. You didn't see me do this, but I pulled, again, these bins are already been pre-organized with my small group stuff that came from this cabinet here. I just pulled them out. I knew exactly what they were and where they went, and you didn't see me film this, but I just put them all here. Put these baskets out. I have different centers for literacy workshop, and those centers will go in these bins on either side here. My classroom library is pretty much the same as last year, so this is all set and squared and ready to go. This area is just kind of extra literacy materials that I would use for small group, and crayons, extra crayons. If students need a particular color, they can come over here, open it up, and grab whatever particular color that they want. My calendar area for now. I don't really love having the dollhouse way over here because I kind of view this as like dramatic play, but I figured this is the best spot to have it, and it's down at their level too. So if I were to like put it on top of a counter, it'd be high for kindergartners to be able to reach, and also it would, if I left it on the floor here, it would just really make that area crowded, so I didn't want to do that. So this is my rug, my whole group area for now. And if you've seen any of my other classroom setup videos, you can go check those out. But this is the art center where I lay out different various pieces of construction paper, decorative paper. I have connecting cubes and small building blocks down below for kids to play on the rug here. And then if you look over on this other side, the rest of the art supplies are on the other side here. I'll reorganize this on another classroom setup day. But for now, again, it's functional. It's all, if I needed to suddenly have kids come in tomorrow, it would, the kids could use it. And I had to have systems and procedures that would go along with this center. So I can't really think of anything else to show you. The math bins are over here. I'm gonna kind of go through them again in a later setup video. But yeah, I am feeling very good about the situation of my classroom right now. I just put these bins out. These are extra headphones, Ziploc bags for if kids need to take some things home. And this is I'm going to use this for a slip, a PBIS sort of thing, which I'll talk about in another video later on. So this is where my classroom is at right now. Everything is pretty well decorated. I don't need to worry about all that. I just need to now worry about like fine-tuning the things that I really want to focus on this year, which, like I said before, is play. I want to put play back in the classroom a lot more than what I have in the past. I want to focus on more social emotional instruction and kind of just like fine-tuning where everything is going to go and the signs for each center, which again I will talk about later at a different time. So as always, like I said, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you again probably next week after my vacation for another classroom setup video. Thanks for watching.